Joining me today is Danielle Plumet, who's one of my team members at Frontgate Realty. And we're talking about the rent-to-own process. The lease is only obligated for 1 year at a time. So even though you're able to do it for 5 years, you only have to do it for 1 year at a time. So it's just like a normal lease that's available here in Florida. And, you know, the really great thing about it, too, is that the lease amount is identified even before you sign the first paper. So you know what the rent's going to be this year, what it's going to be next year, and every year thereafter for the next 5 years, as well as the amount that you're going to be paying for it if you choose to buy it, because all of that stuff is determined up front. Why don't we go into a few of those property standards that they have in regards to this home? I mean, there's, like I said, that they're going to be doing all the inspections, and so if you're looking at the property standards that they're going to have, what are some of the things that are on their list that are covered by that, Danielle?
Well, they do some of the basic standards. So they were going to replace like door locks, provide an operational doorbell. They're going to check for any leaks for the roof, so they're going to evaluate that. They also remove any debris from like the windows if there's anything blocking it. Make sure that it does have screens as well, and make sure the locks work. So it's really thorough as to what they come through and do a lot of things, which is some things that you might not even think of when you're even renting or even buying a home. They make sure that there's light bulbs and everything, caulk bathrooms if they need to. So it's really secure, and they make it ready for you to move in.
You know, when you get into the inspections and you think, well, what kind of a house is maybe not going to qualify? And, you know, any of the properties that, like last week on the show, we had a home inspector and they were talking about polybutylene pipe, which is a pipe that has had a class action lawsuit on it. But, you know, just to keep the insurance rates down and all of those kinds of things, they're not going to go into a house that has those kind of things. So they're going to do the homework for you when it comes to these houses. So there are actually 26 high school districts in Central Florida, and we're going to be going through them a little bit later, that's what their criteria is, that it has to be in those high school districts. And the reason for that is, say that you choose as a renter not to go forward and purchase the house within that 5 years, then they would be able to very easily turn that over to somebody else that would be willing to buy it or rent it, somewhat of the people that would actually take place in this program. And one of them is that when you're looking at people that are coming to Central Florida to move here, there are a lot of people that are moving to Central Florida. And I don't know what the numbers are currently, but with the number of homes that are being sold and all of that, and we get calls all the time of people that either want a second home or they're getting transferred here or they're going to retire here, but they don't want to decide right off the bat where they want to live. And so for them, this may be the perfect program, because a lot of times we hear all the time, well, I think I want to rent a year before I actually buy so I get to know the area. So this is a perfect program for somebody like that.